Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Blind Squirrel Talk, famous in a small town. I'm Lulu.
I'm Kim.
And this is David Mahle.
Hello.
And we're happy that you took time out of your busy schedule to come sit with us today. And he's going to tell us some really exciting stuff that definitely, I know this seems dramatic, but it really could change your life. It really could. So I'm going to let you ask the first question because there's so many things I want to ask him. I don't want to jump ahead into the middle. And you're like the grounding point of this.
I rein it in, girl.
Yeah.
Reel it in.
Well,
liquid in there?
I mean,
Yes,
yes,
it's for you.
Sweet.
Yeah.
because we are a society of health and wellness. We are, and we spend tons. I don't know. You probably know the billions of dollars that we spend on that kind of thing.
We call it sick care.
Okay.
Ooh, okay.
And you are a rep for a large company, RELIV International.
Correct.
And supplements and what have you. And I'm thinking supplements that go in smoothies since you're the smoothie guy.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Tell us about it.
All right. Yeah. So RELIV International is a food science company, and they're not just a reseller. They are in St. Louis, Missouri, Chesterfield, and they've started business in 1988.
Oh.
They do research, development, and manufacturing of high concentrate, protein, gluten-free, non-GMO powdered smoothie products to put into your smoothies. I see a lot of people making smoothies and they put fruit and milk and stuff, but they don't put the nutrition part in it and the protein, so they don't get that part. So it's just the core nutrition. We have 20 products in our line. That's it. And so
In the smoothie line or in
in
everything?
the whole smoothie line, we have 20 products.
Okay.
And what's beautiful about that is you've walked into a vitamin store and it's so overwhelming.
Mm-hmm.
And what RELIV does is they consolidate nutrition. They make it simple.
Okay.
And so they take the guesswork out of piecemealing all your supplements and stuff like that. So my typical customer is somebody that you open up the vitamin cabinet and it has 20, 30 bottles of pills because they're playing, calcium, multivitamin, B12. So RELIV consolidates it all in our one main product called RELIV Now. And that's what I started taking 30 years ago.
And he's 104.
Yeah, I'm 104
That's why he
years old.
looks so good.
I was born in 1940. No, I'm kidding. I'll be 58 this year.
Wow.
June.
And you started taking it how long ago?
1995.
Is that when you became a rep after you
No,
used the product?
I
or-
actually I had 4 ChemDry carpet and upholstery cleaning franchises
Okay.
in Atlanta for all through the 90s. I started that in the early 90s, and I sold that business in 2002 because I was working a job one day on the Chattahoochee River. The house flooded, and I was extracting water, doing insurance work, and I made a comment to my customer that I was exhausted. And she goes, "You need a RELIV shake." I mean, that's how it happened. And
No.
I'm like, "What's that?" And she took me in the kitchen and she made a smoothie. And back then it wasn't fashionable, plant-based, soy, non-GMO, gluten-free, none of these buzzwords were a thing. But I felt terrible. My diet was awful. I was eating fast food and junk food all the time. And so when I looked at the can, I had literally just gone to a GNC store. And the guy walked me around and I had a basket, and I had 8, maybe 10 bottles that he was recommending. And I went to the counter. It was $200 in 1995.
Ooh.
And so when I looked at that can of Now, I said, "All that's in there?" Like Susan, who introduced me to it, she goes, "Yeah." And I went, "Well, give me one of those." And they're $65 now. Now they're $65 for one can of everything in one product, right? So I just started drinking the shakes, and it just, for me, it just put a check mark in the box of that I don't have to guess, am I getting the quality core nutrition? A through Z vitamins is what I call it. And so it has 75 vitamins, minerals, herbs, amino acids, beta-carotene, antioxidants, proprietary blend of herbs, all in one product. And so you just clean out your cabinet and then put it in a shake, make a shake with it.
So this $65 can that makes your shakes, does that last a month?
Yeah,
Or-
30 servings.
Wow.
Yeah.
So once a day, and you're all set.
Yeah.
It's an investment in your health.
It is.
When people say if ever it comes up that it's expensive, I always say compared to what? When you compare apples to apples, there are probably $200-300 worth of nutrition in this one product. And so once people get it, they wrap their brain around it. I have diehard customers. I have customers that order every month since 1998, 1999. I have recurring customers. And they're like, never would do anything else, because once you shop it, people will generally go shop and try to get a better deal, and then they piecemeal it, and then they always come back
Yeah.
to RELIV Now, that product.
So when after 1995 you tried the shake, did you immediately
Did you feel
get
better
involved?
that day?
You know, for me, I always say it's not, it's not like getting high. You know,
Because we
do you
never
notice
do that.
Did you notice? Yeah, I would never do that. I said it's not like that. How do you know?
Do what?
But no, I kind of joke though. I say you don't catch a buzz, right?
Right.
But you can rest assured that put a check mark in the box that you're getting all your core nutrition. And you don't have to guess, am I getting my B12 and my calcium and my folic acid and all, I call it A through Z vitamins. I mean, it's got real high doses of vitamin C. It's a plant-based protein also, so you're getting the benefits of protein. And soy protein, by the way, it does not cause cancer. It does not have estrogen in it, and men do not grow boobs. That's what people are.
And people say that?
They say that because it has phytoestrogens, and she's shaking her, nodding her head.
The audience
It has-
is agreeing.
It has
Okay.
phytoestrogen with the same word, and so people are afraid that it will have a kind of a hormonal impact, and it does not. And in fact, soy has been shown to increase bone density greater than calcium alone, and it has calcium in the product. So you're getting a double down benefit of the synergistic. When we say synergism, it's like the blend of everything works together in
You
this
don't get
product.
kidney stones from too much calcium.
Exactly.
I'm having a bone density test tomorrow. I'm kind of
You
wondering.
better go drink one of these shakes.
Better get a shake. I
Yeah,
got
better
one in
get a shake.
my motorcycle. I keep a can in the bag.
Wow.
Do you really?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So you've been selling this product for how many years?
I mean, and the way that happened was my carpet business was full-fledged. I was in DeKalb County, Fulton County, Cobb, and Gwinnett. That was my territory. Doing
That's a big
It
territory.
Yeah,
was
it is.
huge. And my dad lived in Marietta, and I was in Swanee, so I worked 24/7. I mean,
sure.
it was days, nights, and weekends. I worked commercial jobs at night. Like all night, I would do buildings, like millions of square feet, which was a great business. I was just exhausted, and that's why I started looking for a solution to my bad diet. So the whole thing came around, and then at the time, the #1 selling franchise in America was GNC.
Huh.
And I had a franchise, ChemDry, but I was exhausted from doing carpets, right? That's a lot of work.
It is.
Yeah.
Oh,
Physical.
physical work.
Yeah.
I called it the best paying fitness club I ever owned. For real.
I'm sure it was.
Man, I was like 148 pounds then. I'm 165 sitting here, so you can imagine I was like had Popeye
Skinny.
forearms from running the machine. So I called GNC and I was like, I think I might do that, And they sent me a prospectus, and it was the cheapest GNC I could find was $160,000,
That was way back when.
and that was way back when.
Yeah.
And so I was like, man, and so I'm drinking this RELIV, and then it occurred to me, and I called Susan. I said, can I sell this? Because I was drinking it at jobs. I wasn't selling it really. I was just mixing them up in a shaker cup
Right.
and drinking it. And I had a can. We have a product called Energize. And everybody's like, it wants energy, right? They're
Yeah.
like, what's that?
Like a natural Red Bull.
It's something like that. Yes,
Yes,
exactly. It's a healthy
yes.
alternative to Powerade, Gatorade, and Red Bull.
It
That's what
won't
I
give you
say.
a heart attack.
It won't give you a heart attack.
Or wings.
Yep, and it hydrates, or wings. Yeah, no bat wings.
No wings.
Yeah, electrolytes, hydration. That's what that is. But
I saw an article recently that something like 85% of us are dehydrated.
seriously,
I mean, for real.
Really?
Yes.
yeah,
That's
I brought
crazy.
you sample packs too.
You did?
There you go. Those are single serve hydration. I'm not trying to sell here on the thing, but
Well, you should.
I brought
You
those.
should.
Yeah, why not? Why not?
But yeah, that's that. In fact, every morning I wake up, put one of those in my
Wow.
a bottle of water, and shake it up and drink it. So I hydrate first thing in the morning with that. Minerals, electrolytes, hydration. It's got like a half a cup of coffee, not much, like a little bit of caffeine, but not much.
Yeah.
So yeah, blue raspberry tastes great.
Okay.
And so while I'm drinking that, while I'm making my smoothie, like I get up, make a cup of coffee, have one of those, and make my smoothie. So by the time I drink my smoothie, I'm out the door I'm not all jacked up, but I'm,
Yeah.
You're ready.
ready to go.
You're on.
I'm nourished. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not dehydrated, and I don't have to think about did I get my vitamins for the day.
You face the day.
Yeah, and that's what I drink for breakfast, the RELIV shake. I mean, I don't eat breakfast really. It's not a meal replacement, but I put milk, ice, banana. This morning was blueberries, strawberries, banana, ice, milk, big old scoop of yogurt, and then I put my
Ooh.
core nutrition in there, and I just got 50 grams of protein, and that's all I've had today, really. I haven't eaten today, really.
Are you hungry?
Not particularly.
So
Okay.
I mean, I do eat a meat and two. I ate a
I'm
meat and
just so
two.
excited about
I know,
this
me
now.
too.
It's
Okay,
fun.
I've got to
It's
know.
fun.
Okay, so you checked GNC, and then you called your friend and said, "Hey, can I sell this?" So what happened there?
Yeah, so I called RELIV in St. Louis, and I'm like, "Hey, do you guys sell franchises?" They said, "Well, we'll do an independent distributorship." I mean, think Mary Kay and
Okay.
Avon and that kind of thing. And I don't want to say Amway, so I'm not going to say that.
Okay, don't say
Because
Amway.
it's not like that. But they did choose direct sales, person to person, direct to consumer as the sales, rather than putting it on a shelf, because the product's so special.
Right.
They didn't want it sitting there in the mix of all the other millions of stuff, in there, and then having to explain why it's so much better,
Yeah.
And so Bob Montgomery started the company, awesome guy, and I drove to St. Louis and met him before I decided to do anything. I told him I wanted to make sure RELIV was not a P.O. box in the Midwest.
right?
You literally did.
I
drive
literally, no, I drove there, and I
there.
toured
Take your car, or your motorcycle.
I drove the car.
Okay.
I drove my car, and I met the president of the company, the founder, the Dr. Carl Hastings, Dr. Ted Kalogris, the food scientist. People went to the manufacturing facility, toured the distribution. I mean, it was mind blowing, like it was real, And so he was like, "We can be a distributor for $50." I went, "What's the catch?" He's
Yeah.
like, "Just go sell it." And so I'm like, "Well, how do you do that?" Not that easy. And so I became a distributor for them shortly thereafter, just to get a discount on the product, to be honest with you, because
Yeah.
I was wholesale. I was using it. My sister, we were roommates. She was eating it. Some of my customers loved it, and so I started selling it just kind of because I was using it on the job,
Right.
like
So
that.
you were still doing carpets?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. This is '95 is when I became a distributor, but I had the carpet business till 2003.
Okay.
But the RELIV thing, what happened, this is ironic we're doing this, what happened is we got together and pooled our money and bought some commercial spots on AM 1010 and The Fish.
Oh, 107.5 The Fish.
The Fish.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the big gun, AM 1010,
Yeah.
Christian radio.
Yeah.
And I went in and did the 30-second and 60-second spots in a little booth on Mountain Industrial Boulevard. I was
Spots?
doing the spots, and we were, paying it was like $30 for a 30-second spot, and we would do 10 spots a day. And for more information about RELIV, call 1-800, whatever the number was, and it came to me, and then we would divvy out. And I mean, the phone rang off the hook. That's how I started it. Yeah.
Amazing.
Isn't that amazing?
Yes.
It amazes me thinking
That's a
about it.
great story.
So now, today, 2025,
Right.
this is your primary income?
Yeah, I'm a realtor also, so
Yes.
I make money.
God bless you.
Yeah, I know. But you know what I did is I became a referral realtor where I talk to people and find out who's ready to sell, and then I hand them to other realtors and make a piece of that. So I don't do all of the the nightmare.
Yeah, I know.
the nightmare.
The
that you have to go
nightmare.
through.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
real estate is, man. But
It's
what
tough.
I work at home, and the thing that happened was internet happened. So we're doing radio, and then internet happened, and once I got a website, then we're able to direct people online. And before that, the products would ship to me. I would meet people and hand them to them. It's like doing a drug deal in a parking lot. We always talk about selling powder in a can out of our trunk of our car.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And, but it's nutrition products, it's powder in a can. But we would literally meet, and then I would ship stuff. It was hard. But internet happened, and then I started selling online. Then RELIV would ship it from their distribution center to my
Direct.
customer, and I didn't have to handle the
Nice.
product. And when that happened, then I started getting on board with AOL and Yahoo and doing ad performance stuff and marketing online. Now they just order from my website, and it ships to them. And then I do basically customer service calls. Like, how do I mix it? How much is it? I help people place orders now. That's what I do basically, like customer service job from home as an independent.
So what is the website to order from?
It's relivingproducts.com.
Reliving Products.
Plural.
Plural.
Yep.
.com.
www.relivingproducts.com.
Okay.
I have to say pluralproducts.com. And you go there, and it takes you straight to the home page where all the products are, and you look at them.
So tell us more about the products. What
else do they
yeah.
have?
Right. So we have 20 products in the line. I always want to scale it. Like, I don't try to sell anybody everything ever, because you want to start slow and acclimate your body to improve nutrition. So we start with the product, the Now, which is the core nutrition. I'm like, if you take that and that's all you take, you're ahead of the game. If that's all you ever did is put that scoop in your smoothie every day, you've got your A through Z vitamins, minerals, herbs. Second most important product we have is called Fiber Store. And we have 9 patented products. These products are patented and we have clinical studies behind them too. And so Fiber Store, I always say if I was on a desert island and I had to flip a coin, if I could only take one product in the product line, I would be torn between the Now Core Nutrition and the Fiber Store for gut health, heart health. That product has 10 grams of soluble fiber, insoluble fiber, digestive enzymes, probiotics, all in one product. It is like the most action-packed fiber product you can get. It's easy on your stomach, and it has all that gut health, heart health, blood health stuff.
And how does that come? Also in a
Same
powder?
Yeah. So
Okay.
you got 2 cans.
Can you mix?
You put them in the same smoothie.
Oh.
They're made to go
Oh.
together. So you're not, it's funny because that's when I do follow-up with my customers. Sometimes they get 3 products and they're drinking 3 smoothies 3 times a day, like 9 a day.
I'm gaining so much
And
weight.
I'm like, they're like, yeah, right. Like, why am I gaining weight? I'm like, how? And I always ask, I don't say, did you make it? I say, how are you mixing it?
Oh, okay.
And when they tell me, they're like, well, I had 2 scoops of Fiber Store today. I'm like, how'd you do that? In the same drink, it was kind of thick. And I'm like, so that's key. I mean, the key is core nutrition, A through Z vitamins, one product, fiber, gut health, heart health, probiotics, one product. And so you're putting 2 scoops in one shake, and that's that. And then we have other what we call targeted solutions. We have a product called Arthafect for joints. We have Cardio Essentials for heart health, which addresses triglycerides and cholesterol. We have a product called Glucofect, which is for blood sugar management. I mean, and when you take the core nutrition, the Fiber Store, and then you add one of those targeted solutions, man.
Can you take these kinds of things for the person who is already on high blood pressure or
100%,
cholesterol
yeah,
medicine?
Like please, I almost beg people sometimes. I'm like, you need to, I work with people. I don't just sell products, I consult people. And I tell them, like, what are you eating? You got blood type A, type 1, 2, whatever, diabetes. And I'm like, what are you eating? Let's talk about diet and get real.
Yeah, tell
And
me the
be
truth.
honest.
Tell me the
Get
truth.
real. That includes alcohol and Mexican food. I know you're doing it. So we got to talk about this, moderation and exercise.
Yeah.
All the things, we all know it. But the check mark in the box on the nutrition is like RELIV's got it in spades. The tagline is RELIV makes nutrition simple.
I have to say, I need to go buy some. I just feel like just talking to you,
I'm like-
so easy, not really selling, and it sounds like everything I need. Do you have any weight loss stuff? Because
Here's the thing. I don't. I know. I get that question a lot. Weight loss is not a product. Weight loss is a lifestyle.
it is.
And it starts
Darn
in.
it.
But
I know, and I hate
but
that. I'm
also
sorry,
as
we
you
don't have
get
a pill.
older,
We don't have
it's
a pill.
hard. It's hard when you.
I mean, tell me I'm fighting it. I feel it.
I'm over it.
Like I have to work at it now. Used to I didn't have to work at
I
it.
feel like since COVID, I've really gone downhill. I mean, I have.
It's consistency for sure. Every day, all day, you got to have. You got to get your shake in. Get your shake in. Stay off the carbs. Eat protein and walk. You see me walking every day. I walk in the morning. I about do 2 a days every day. I walk in the morning, stretch, and then I do a workout in the evening. But not alone. I have a playlist on my YouTube channel called the 5-Minute Workout. People love the 5-minute workout because can you really work out in 5 minutes? And I'm like, yeah, you can.
Yeah.
It's better than no minutes.
Yeah.
And so I recommend that for exercise and, hydration, sleep, stress reduction, all the things, But on the nutrition side of things, depending on what you're dealing with, again, prioritize. And I prioritize based on priority of product for the person and budget. And I'm very conscientious of budget because I ask my customers, I kind of like to keep it playful, but I'm like, are you on a fixed income or do you have boatloads of money? That's how I find out. They're like, well, I'm doing okay, down in Fort Lauderdale, or Tampa. I've got customers in Bradenton, and they got big boats, so they can afford all the bells and whistles products, But if you really scale it down, the priority is core nutrition, then the fiber, and then whatever your budget supports, you could add,
To that.
Glucofect or Cardio Essentials or Arthafect and Soy Essentials. Y'all gonna love how this product reads if you don't mind.
Okay, please.
Soy Essentials is women's wellness,
Okay.
And I sell this like hotcakes because it's such a fantastic product, and it addresses women's wellness. I mean, in terms of
What is
hormonal
women's
wellness, bone density, hormonal issues,
No, I just mean, we're
menopause.
just like, what is
I mean,
that?
like
We don't know.
we don't.
All the
We have none
stuff.
of that.
That's why I have to read it because I don't know what it is either.
Well, thank goodness.
I'm not gonna drone on this, but Women's Wellness Soy Essentials. There's the product right there. It says Soy Essentials is a girl's best friend. Just one shake a day offers healthy way to ease the symptoms of menopause, PMS, supports wellness, immune system. 10 grams of plant-based protein, CoQ10, calcium, herbal complex, balances mood swings.
Let me see what that's.
Oh.
And keeps you from killing your husband.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh,
Balances mood swings. Yeah.
I have more men that buy this product than women. I promise you.
For a gift.
Yeah, they're like, this is for my wife.
I'll take 10 cases, please,
I think I'm kidding. A lot of men buy Soy Essentials.
for their wives.
For their wives,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
It's not easy getting older as a woman.
I mean,
And it wasn't easy when I was younger either. I mean,
It's just never been
it's just
easy.
worse. It's
just-
worse now.
It's really hard.
Am I lying? No, I'm not.
My dad used to say, anything with that many parts has to break. I'm sorry, you can hit me.
That's a good one.
I know.
We're not editing
I know
that
I'm
out.
not,
That's
yeah.
gonna stay
Sorry,
in.
yeah, you're gonna edit out some
That's
of the
gonna
Well,
other.
I'm
Stay in.
fascinated with the product, and I want to delve into that. But I also want to talk about you being in Maysville, because
Yeah.
we do tend to circle back to
Let's
that.
come back to that.
Tell me how you got here, when you got here.
Wow. Yeah, so I was married living in Tucker, Georgia. I was born in Atlanta. My mom's from Germany. So from 0 to 6, I was in Germany most of the time.
Okay.
And then I'm going to do my whole life story.
Were you born in
I
Germany?
was born in Atlanta.
And
They
it-
wanted me to have citizenship, and then I went
Okay.
straight over there. So
Okay.
I went to there till I was about 6, and then came back to go to school, and I've been
Do
here.
you speak German?
I do. I do.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I say I'm bilingual. I speak German and redneck.
And there's a great combination.
I mean, it's
There
it's
you
weird.
go. Yeah.
It's weird, but it's true. But yeah, and then I was born in Atlanta, and then went through school in Lawrenceville,
Okay.
and then got married in Tucker, and then my wife and I at the time, this is like 2003, we decided to move to the west coast of Florida,
Oh.
down by Cedar Key, Florida.
Pretty.
Right north of there, Swanee. It's on the Swanee River, and we moved down there. But it was right when the real estate market was booming. It was 2003, 4, 5. And so and we moved down there because the RELIV business was mobile. Like we could
Yeah,
work on the
right.
phone.
Yeah.
And we get down
Was
there.
she doing it too?
She was getting into doing it. And when we got down there, she fell in love with real estate. And so she's like, you stay home and do the RELIV thing, and I'm going to do real estate. And then, living on the coast, and then the market crashed. And not to get into all of it, but, irreconcilable differences, money, finances,
Yeah.
foreclosure, bankruptcy. I mean, it was so bad, I can't tell you. So I bought a little place down there, which I still have now, and I love it. And then I moved back up to Lula, because Susan Strickland, my real estate broker, she called me in Florida. She goes, because I have my license in Florida. She goes, you need to move back up to Jackson County because it's like Gwinnett County in the 80s. Like they were selling. So I move up here in 2006, and 2008, as you know,
Yeah.
the real estate market, and then I was doing real estate and the RELIV business. So I called it a little R&R, my RELIV and real estate business, and then we bought a restaurant. Another story. But yeah, that's how that went. And then the market crashed. Well, when the market crashed, I was flipping over to the RELIV business. And people
Thank
were
goodness.
still, thank goodness.
Yeah.
And it was a life, as internet grew. So that was my saving grace, was that. And then one day I was looking at a house. I was living in Lula in a rental, and I had to go to Commerce to look at a house in real estate, and I had never been through Maysville. So I took the back street, from Lula, came back this way, and I was driving down this way down the street, down Homer Street here, and there was a for sale by owner sign in Mary Arnold's yard. I have Mary Arnold's house. And I drove by, and I just went, and I went down to the church, and I wheeled around, and I came back into the parking lot, and I just looked at the house, and I was just like, this is cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I called the number, didn't even get out of the car, and her great niece answered, and I said, how much for the house? And she told me. I said, okay. I said, okay, I'll buy it. And she goes,
You
well,
didn't look at it?
well, I'm sitting in my car looking at it. I didn't even go in it. And I go, she told me what she wanted for it. She says, well, we have 11 people that want to look at it, and we live in Rome, and we won't be there for 3 weeks. I said, that's all right, I'll buy it. I'll just buy it. Like, I'll write you an offer, and like, whatever you want, I'll buy it now. I'm a realtor, so I know how to do that. And so I turned around, went home, wrote the offer, sent it to him, and went right and did a mail-out closing. And Barry and Kay Daniels, Lindsay was going to buy that house.
Oh.
Do you know that?
I didn't know that
No,
part.
they were writing up plans and everything. She and I have this, like, every time we see each other. It's a fun thing. She's glad she didn't, because once you opened the door and went in, it was like,
What have I done?
yeah, what have I done? Yeah, that's how that went. But no, and then it took a lot of fixing up, and so yeah, I bought it. That's how I got to Maysville, and I've been there 15 years,
Amazing.
which I don't believe.
Amazing.
That's kind of what happened with us in our house. He was
Down here?
he was hammering in the for sale by owner sign, and
No kidding.
yes,
Yeah.
and I pulled in. We had just lost a bid. We sold our house too quickly in Athens. I think we put 7 offers in, and people
Oh, it
were
was
like
rabid.
75, 100,000 over asking.
It was rabid.
So this kid was hammering in the for sale by owner, and I pulled in. I damn near wrecked the car. And I said, I want to see it. I can't right now. I'm going to a meeting. Don't answer the phone. Don't talk to anybody.
Right.
I'm coming back.
I'm taking it.
Can you meet me tomorrow? And literally, Jeff and I went, looked at it, and Jeff was like, oh my God, no.
Oh, I saw that house too.
It was bad.
I saw.
It was
I went through that house.
bad.
I saw it. Yeah.
And he was young. He
lot.
was
That
in
was
his
like my house. It was
20s.
a lot.
I said, we'll give you this. And he goes, and he was with an older coworker. They had stopped to meet us.
Take it.
And he goes, well, this is awful fast. And the coworker goes, fast is good.
Yes.
Fast is good. And so
Just say yes.
yeah, and we closed in 10 days. But it took a
What?
while to get it livable. It was
I was jealous.
rough.
And
I
she
bought
was
that
living
house 'cause
here.
I
She
love
was
that
living
house.
like
Yeah,
right
I was
Are you
living in
kidding?
his space.
While
Yeah.
she was trying to find a
I
house.
didn't know that.
Yeah.
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 I did not know
Yeah.
that.
She
It
slept
was-
right here under the Blind Squirrel sign.
Yeah. Actually, when
great.
Jeff was teleworking during COVID, his desk was right, here.
there, yeah.
That
Yeah.
is- I did not know that.
People at work, he works for the government. People would be like, where are you? He's like, I'm in the coolest place
Yeah, because
ever.
you see the motorcycles in the background and like,
Right.
where are you?
I mean, this place is amazing. It is amazing.
Yeah.
But I didn't know that. I had walked through that house though when it had all the stuff in it. They had a estate sale at one point or something.
Yeah.
And we walked through.
I think when the city got
Oh,
it,
right.
they were either selling or giving away
Beautiful
stuff out of the
house.
house.
Yeah.
But man, I haven't seen it since you've
You
done-
need to come.
No,
You got it. It's
I have never been there.
beautiful.
We put a big screen-in back porch on the back. We've got a big screen TV.
I see your curtains back there.
Yeah.
So cool.
Nice.
That's the best thing we did. But
When
we
we get
did. New roof,
Yeah.
we refurbished everything.
Yeah.
But nearly divorced us.
Uh huh. Wallpaper will do that.
Yeah.
Yes, it will. Yes, it will. So when we get the sidewalks, you just walk right to her house.
Oh man,
Well,
how
how
about
do you
that?
feel about sidewalks?
I have two feelings about it. Do you want to know them here?
Yes.
Yes.
I feel there's already a sidewalk
Where?
that people don't think about.
Okay.
The back streets. All the back streets go to the park, and they're safe. Maybe 10 cars a day go on those back streets. It's pretty. It's a great walk, and it goes from downtown straight to the park.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, I would buy a 1,000-gallon drum of white paint and just paint one line that says "Park this way," and then people, instead of walking on that busy road out there,
Yeah.
because even when sidewalks come, it is dangerous. I live on that road.
Yeah.
It is.
And so the traffic. I mean, unless they put speed bumps to slow the
Please.
traffic.
Speed bumps,
But even
please.
still, you're going to get contractors all screaming and yelling at. You know how they are, rednecks and stuff like that. But just say it. Let's just say it. Just, catcalling and throwing stuff, and people. Those you're going to get that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't know. But you do the back street. It's super nice and quiet and peaceful, and that is a perfect trail to the park.
I
I'm
never
just
thought
saying.
of that, had you?
I know. No, most people have
never
not.
thought of
That's
that.
how I go to the park from my house. I
Yeah.
go out and go into the church parking lot and bounce on over, not Hogan Street. I even go over the church, right cross street, the one
Right.
over, up to the little four-way stop in the back.
Yeah.
And you can walk all the way to the park that way, and it's
Yeah.
beautiful and quiet, and there's no traffic.
Yeah, when I walked her house, I'm ready to ditch dive. 'Cause
That's
sometimes
happened
you
to me
have
before.
Yeah, you have to dive in
Oh
the ditch.
yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, I've walked and ride my bike sometimes that way, and in the grass, and
Yeah.
Chris and what's his name over there?
Chris Floyd.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
just walk in their yard and the dogs bark at me. But anyway, I know that's a lot of underway with the sidewalk thing. The surveying.
It is.
It's underway.
That was approved prior to me getting on council.
That's been years.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
But it's going to be another 4 years.
I'm looking
before
at
it's
how
done.
invasive it's going to be. Just God, the construction project's going to be massive and tear up a lot of stuff and get front yards and stuff. And I'm
Maybe
like,
the
there's
trucks
already
would not come through town anymore. Maybe the big trucks would quit coming through here because they know, hey, construction, don't go through Maysville.
there's that.
That'd be good.
And if they do that and some speed bumps, maybe they don't want to slow down. I don't know.
Speed bumps.
Maybe we need to press this speed bump thing.
Well, and they're going to say, well, it's a state road and we can't do it because of that. And I'm like, it's a city municipality. Maybe you can.
Right. Just ask.
We need it. I mean, they go past my house 50 miles an hour, and I'm in a curve like this, you know, and they almost take Terry and Teresa out all the time.
That one accident was rough. That guy
Oh,
that
man.
flipped over right.
that was
yeah.
awful.
Right in front of my
Yeah.
I've had many wrecks in front of my house right there, and dogs killed and animals, lots of road kill because of the speeding traffic. So my suggestion is just use what's already there as the road behind the Maysville is a nice walk to the park there. I
Yeah.
think no one's thought of that.
Yeah. Wow.
So what would you? We know you don't want sidewalks. what would you like
I'm
to?
not totally opposed to it. I'm just pros and cons.
Yeah. What would you like to see here? Would you like to see anything, or you want it just to stay just the way it is?
Just the way it is with speed bumps.
Okay.
We've got a couple more restaurants, kind of musical restaurants coming and going. So
Yeah.
I like that.
And we've got a spot for another one.
Well, that really is neat though. I'm glad I learned about all this because
Me
I
too.
I didn't know. And the cool thing is, you're right here in Maysville.
I know.
Another hidden gem of Maysville.
It's weird because I don't talk about what I do where I live. You know, like the people I know where I live, I just like to talk about. I like to live my life here. You know, like Lee is a studio producer guy, and like I didn't know that. That's kind of like cool.
Yeah.
And there's some hidden gems here, but I don't like as far as real estate and this the RELIV. I just keep that all online into business. And when it comes up naturally in conversation, you know, I talk about it like this. You know, so when you asked me, I was like, I can talk about it on a podcast. You know.
Well, sadly, now that you've introduced us to this, and probably y'all too, we're going to be calling you
That's not sad.
all kinds
He's
of
going to go, oh
questions.
God, it's
I
her
know,
again.
I know. What was I thinking?
Let's block
I'm
her
just-
number. Oh God, it's the squirrels, both of them.
The squirrels?
Yeah,
The
both of
squirrels.
them. Yeah,
The squirrely girl.
the squirrely girls.
Hey,
Scarlet Girl.
did you see we were on the front page of the newspaper?
No.
Wait,
The
the
whole
whole front
page.
page.
Are you kidding?
No.
Oh, wait a minute. No, I saw that on Facebook, I think. I didn't see it on the paper, but I think it was on Facebook.
Oh, that's
right?
because everybody ran out and bought all the
They
papers.
bought all the
There were
papers.
none left. Yeah.
Was that in the Main Street News?
Yes.
Jackson County.
Jackson
Herald.
County
Yeah.
Herald. All right.
Yeah.
Cool. This is great. I didn't even know you had a podcast.
It's fun.
Episode
It-
54.
Am I?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, I
like it.
know, I know.
like it. But yeah, no, that's my business, and that's
Okay.
the website, and you can
All
order
right.
direct online. You have
Okay.
questions about the products, message me from there. You can call me, message me. If you're already taking something and want to know the difference, call me,
Okay.
and I'll let you know what the difference is.
I'm excited. Oh,
Yeah.
You
I am
will
too.
be hearing from me.
Oh,
Yes, you will.
Yeah,
Yes,
I'm
you
glad.
will.
We're good. It's
Can there
good.
be a
It'll be.
question from the
It's good for you.
studio?
Yes.
Studio
Yes.
audience has a
Studio
question.
audience question.
Have anything for brain health?
Brain health, she wants to know.
That goes back to core nutrition, nourishment, which is the Now product. And honestly, for men, heart disease and colon cancer is the number 1, number 2 killer of men. And so the core nutrition and the fiber addresses that, but that's for women too. Women also deal with heart disease and colon cancer. And so brain fog, and antioxidants, free radicals, getting rid of all that's a lot of brain fog stuff. So the core nutrition fiber product would help you, and hydration.
There you go. There you go.
Yes, because 85% of us are dehydrated.
I don't drink. I don't like to drink. Like, that's weird. Water.
Oh, we do.
I don't like to drink water. I have to force water. I have to force myself to drink water, and I drink everything else. But no, I have to force I put like water on my counter, and my goal is to drink it that day, and I have a
Right.
bottle with me in my.
My youngest daughter is a nurse. She's
like
got
to
one of
drink.
these bubbas. I swear it's like this tall.
The big cup.
She goes to work and she will drink that and fill it up again and drink it again because she knows she has to have that much water.
Yeah.
Because nurses work their tush off.
Most under-recognized, underpaid angels of people,
Nurses and teachers.
nurses and teachers.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, my sister was a hospice nurse. So.
Oh, God bless her.
Oh,
Yeah.
no
All right,
thanks.
so
Look,
Nurses.
it matches your outfit too.
Oh,
Yes, Vanna.
Does it match me? Am I
it
matching?
does.
Yeah.
Kim didn't get
Nope.
the memo.
Blue and
Whatever this is.
whatever color that is.
It reminds me of a dreamsicle.
I'm not sure I like this. It's like too much or something.
No, it's
It,
cute.
it looks good.
Thanks.
It's your color for sure. It's a good color for you, right?
Yes. So again, nurses, teachers, everybody in Maysville, y'all, this hidden gem is right here in Maysville, and you can order it. You can get consultations, advice, whatever. And again, the website is
relivingproducts.com.
relivingproducts.com.
And David's the best. You'll end up being friends.
Yeah, right
We'll
here
have
in
fun.
Maysville.
We'll have fun. No hard sales. I don't sales pitch. I only guide and advise from
There you go.
priority of product and budget. So,
Aw. Well, thank
There you
you.
go.
I feel
Me
educated.
too.
I love it.
It's been a good day.
I love it. I appreciate you having me.
Well, we appreciate you being here.
Yeah, now you know.
All right. So now y'all know too. So we appreciate you tuning in for yet another episode of Blind Squirrel Talk, famous in a small town. I'm Lulu.
I'm Kim.
I'm David.
Thank
Call me.
you.
All right. See y'all.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.